Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 2nd, and we have a lot going on in the sky right now, and things are heating up as we get closer to this eclipse this weekend on Sunday. So today, this morning, Mercury moved into Virgo, and now it's in its rulership in Virgo. It works well there. So this is all about planning, looking at the details. What do you need to plan for to be able to move forward? But it is going to be approaching, and overnight tonight it will make a yod or a finger of God aspect pattern with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius and Neptune retrograde in Aries, where we have like this collective destruction and all of this information coming out. It's showing you where you need to change directions. It's showing you like almost a faded kind of energy coming up today of whatever information comes out shows you that you need to plan differently. We also have the moon, of course, is still in Capricorn, being ruled by Saturn retrograde at that 29th degree of Pisces. There's a lot of like consequences for shady behavior coming out here. There is just things being revealed about other people and their true intentions, things like that. This is where we need to be working on that emotional health again, trusting our intuition. And the moon is going to make it in conjunct to Venus in Leo and trine to the sun in Virgo. This is really, again, that in conjunct is choosing a different direction. Where do you need to build different boundaries? What is being revealed to you that shows you where you need to change directions and start fresh? We also have Mars moving into a square with Jupiter, so you might be feeling this big tension building, particularly when it comes to relationships or your even friendships, any kind of one-on-one interactions with others. You might be finding your anger kind of building a little bit here because you're trying to find peace and other people are maybe arguing with you and things like that. But also any kind of legal issues are going to be a little rough here as well. But tempers are beginning to build and flare a little bit. That's actually going to be triggered off by the moon very early tomorrow morning when the moon makes a square to Jupiter, or a square to Mars in opposition to Jupiter. So kind of watch out for that building tension that's happening here. The Mercury is also going to make a square to Uranus right around the time that it's making that yod. My brain is struggling. Right around the time that it's making that yod to Pluto and Neptune as well. So expect the unexpected today. There could be some very destabilizing information that comes out, because remember, Mercury is ruling Uranus and Uranus is ruling Pluto. It's just all kind of getting this, it's getting wild. The information that we see coming out today, it's probably not going to be liked by pretty much anybody across the board. Energy of the day is the Ace of Swords. That truth, that clarity coming out. What we are focusing on is the Queen of Swords. Say what you got to say, right? If you got to cut people off, cut them off. We've got to be very clear with our words right now. We've got to learn to speak up. There are just far too many people these days that are just staying silent. You've got to learn to speak up for yourself. Even if you're not quite comfortable for doing it for other people, that's fine. But at the very least, start speaking up for yourself now. Cut off the people who are holding you back. Make sure you say what needs to be said. What we are avoiding is temperance. We're not going to try to fix this. We're not going to try to turn whatever it is into something beautiful, right? We really, truly just need to switch directions, make new plans, build different foundations. There are times where you truly just have to start over. This might be one of those times. Bottom of the deck is Nine of Wands, which we had on the bottom of the deck yesterday. We are still in this defensive mode. We're tired of fighting, but you still got to defend yourself. So let's pull our clarifiers here. Clarifiers for the Ace of Swords. Yes, we may hear something about Trump's health today. I still don't think it is going to happen. I still think we're looking at a 25th Amendment type of situation coming up. And I think that might be why I'm saying that nobody's going to like this information, because we got one side that's wishing for one thing and another side that's wishing for another. But I feel like the answer is actually somewhere in the middle there. Clarifiers for the Ace of Swords. It tried. The Star. I think I know where this is going already. And that was a lot. Knight of Swords and the High Priest. Emperor on the bottom, certain person. So it's clarity, new information, new ideas, new aha moments. We're starting fresh. We're going to plant new seeds with that Mercury in Virgo. Star, that wishful thinking, right? But at the same time, we have the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant. Knight of Swords is information coming in very fast. The Hierophant's telling us that everything is going to stay the same. The Hierophant wants to keep things. This is the High Priest in this deck, obviously. The High Priestess is like, we're staying stable. We are following the rules. We're going to do things as they are. We're not changing anything, right? But at the same time, that new information coming in telling you that nothing's changing just yet is kind of dashing the hope. So you got to pay attention to the information that is coming out. This could even be bringing in, maybe you get some kind of information that confirms your intuition. That is very, very possible right now. And that can help you a little bit with your healing and your hope and your trusting yourself and your trusting your own intuition here. Clarifiers for our Queen of Swords here. We have Two of Wands and Ten of Swords. You got to end some things to move forward for yourself sometimes, right? So it might be a painful ending, right? You might really start to see somebody for who they truly are. You might not like it, but sometimes you've got to have that painful ending. This could be like a literal feeling like you've been stabbed in the back kind of energy here. You've got to move forward from that. You've got to make that decision to move forward for yourself, for your own happiness, for your own joy here. There's even Five of Cups on the bottom. So this could be emotional. It could feel very difficult today. Clarifiers for Temperance. We have nothing. Oh, Page of Swords. Page of Swords can, I mean, he's a messenger, but kind of like a hot-headed messenger almost, which kind of feels like that Mars-Jupiter square that's building. Queen of Cups. All right. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. So, again, we're not going to try to transmute this into something pretty, right? The Page of Swords and Queen of Cups together is kind of giving me very Pisces in its lower version type energy here, where you're realizing that these people that are maybe playing nice are really just searching for information. They're trying to be a little shady. Page of Swords can be a little bit on the shady side, right? It can be like the digging for information, watching your moves type of energy here. So if that's what you're seeing come up, you're seeing people for who they truly are, really make sure that you are paying attention to that. Bottom of the deck being Knight of Pentacles. Move slow, move intentional. Under that was the Five of Swords, that shady behavior, the gossiping and things like that. So move slow and move intentional. Take your time, trust yourself, and say what needs to be said. If you've got to cut people off, then that's what's got to be done today.